Hey yo, this is Koi. Today I have the Artti T10 Pro with me. This is a full range planar driver IEM that you can currently find for new around $100 or less on sale. This is what the box looks like, and inside the box you get the IEM, and under the IEM is the case with all the accessories inside. Here is everything that you get in the box. You get 2 sets of ear tips, your interchangeable connection, your case, cable, and the IEM itself. The case is a nice pocketable size and it fits the IEM well and does a good job of protecting the IEM. The Artti T10 Pro has a metal shell design with 2 different colorways, the black and silver version as shown here. Personally, I prefer the silver version as it looks more clean to me with a solid color. The fit and comfort on the T10 Pro is one of the best out of any IEMs I have tried. It has a small form factor and fits perfectly in my small ear. I can also comfortably wear this to sleep and have no problems. The cable is interchangeable with 3.5 and 4.4mm connections and has a regular 2-pin connector. It is a 4-core braided with white and brown strands intertwining. It is decently soft and has little memory, but is comfortable and nice to use. Here is the frequency response of the T10 Pro, and I would describe it as balance with a bass boost. It has quite some bass here and a somewhat neutral ear gain. The treble is fairly smooth with a dip at the 10K and a lot of air here, which we will get into. Starting with the bass, the T10 Pro has really strong and aggressive bass with really nice planar bass texture. If we compare it to something like the Annihilator, which has one of the most aggressive bass I have tried, we can see some similarities. However, given that the T10 Pro has a planar driver, the bass is slightly different from a dynamic driver, like on the Annihilator. Planar bass is faster with a quicker decay. This means that bass feels more clean and has less bass bleed into the mids than a dynamic driver would. The downside for planar bass is that it does not feel as bouncy or punchy as a dynamic driver bass would. The mid on the T10 Pro is natural, a little forward, yet never shouty. It has a bit earlier ear gain, which helps with vocal presence to counterbalance the amount of bass that it has. And this part, being kind of flat, helps the vocals to not be shouty, so female vocals would sound a bit on the neutral side. Male vocals are excellent due to the mid-bass warmth, making them sound meaty and rich. The T10 Pro's treble is smooth with a lot of air. The air helps give a lot of micro details and make vocals sound more airy, but I could see the air causing fatigue for some people for extended listening, as it can come off kind of aggressive sounding. The T10 Pro also has the planar treble characteristic, and along with the air, it makes violins sound very smooth and well extended. Moving on to technicalities and gaming, the T10 Pro works very well in Apex Legends. The amount of air gives great micro details for picking up footsteps and little things that are going on. As a planar, it also has really nice 3D imaging where you can tell where the sound is coming from easily. And the separation is quite good as well. Therefore, the T10 Pro gets a 2 controller recommendation. Now let's compare a few other IEMs around this price that I have also tried. Starting with the S08, which was previously my favorite planar that is now dethroned by the T10 Pro. The most obvious differences between the T10 Pro and the S08 is that the S08 has a much more relaxed treble presentation and way less air, making it a lot easier to listen to for long listening sessions compared to the T10 Pro. The T10 Pro also has just a little bit more bass than the S08, but both won't be disappointing for bass head. The T10 Pro to me has a more natural vocal presentation, whereas the S08 is a bit more forward and unnatural with this early rise here. Moving on to the Explorer. The Explorer in a way is similar to the S08 with even more relaxed vocal and treble presentation. The bass is a bit less, but it uses a dynamic driver and this just has a nice, warm, relaxed sound. And overall, if you want the most fun and all-rounder, my pick is the T10 Pro. I will pick the S08 if you want something that's still fun, but easier to listen to. The Explorer is if you want something to relax and chill while you're drinking your coffee or reading a book or something. Overall, the Artti T10 Pro is a great IEM with my favorite planar tuning that is excellent for music and gaming. It has really fun bass with good texture, neutral mids, and smooth treble. The only problem I can see people having with it is that it can come off as a little too aggressive and intense due to the bass and the air. With the T10 Pro, I think Artti really nailed the planar tuning that highlights everything I like about the planar driver. For just $100, the Artti T10 Pro easily gets a 3-star recommendation. This has been Koi, thank you for watching and see you next time.